As we begin this time together, I invite you to find yourself a comfortable place. Sitting, lying down, whatever works for you at the moment. Just a place where you could begin to allow yourself to sink into that space. Everything from the day put aside. And a few moments just to be with you. So much of our day is spent with other people, meetings, conversations, appointments. And rarely do we stop and just be with us ourselves. So just take a moment to allow yourself to begin to slow down. Begin with some deep breaths. And imagine yourself slowing down entirely. Your head, your heart, your body, your movement, everything just beginning to slow down. So much of what we look for is only found by slowing down. And more often than not, it's connection with ourselves. We want to connect. So we'll use this time to do just that. Connect with the person who comes first. You. And as you take those deep breaths, imagine that breath flowing throughout your entire body. As you breathe it in, it goes to the top of your head, down through your chest and your gut, out through your arms and fingers, and down through your legs and toes. Just let that breath flow. Don't control it, don't stop it, just let it flow. Slowly working its way through your body. And slowly becoming one with yourself. And continue to allow yourself to sink into the space where you find yourself. Feeling the whole weight of your body falling in and falling down. Just let yourself sink in. It seems so often like the body is in high alert for so much of the day. Waiting, anticipating, very little time just being. So I invite you to just be with yourself. And let that breath flow. Be mindful of any spot on your body where you may be holding tension or maybe experiencing pain. Is it a place where you normally hold tension? What is it that has caused stress today? Allow your breath to flow to that space. Be intentional with your breath flowing to that space and freeing you of that tension, freeing you of that pain. Just keep being mindful of it going to that space until it no longer feels tense or hurting. It could be physical pain, it could be emotional pain that we're holding on to, grief. All of it acts as a block from experiencing that connection with ourselves. The more free we are, the more connected we are with ourselves, the space where you are, the ground with the earth, with the universe. And as your brain wants to pick up speed and remind you of every possible thought from the day, acknowledge those thoughts and then let them flow. Let them flow down the river. Don't attach, don't judge. No need to control or try to remember. If they're important, they'll return. We're moving to a space of freedom. Again, as those thoughts arise, acknowledge them and let them flow. Allow the breath to flow freely. And the more and more you allow yourself to be in that space, the more connected you feel. The gap between head and heart begins to shrink. And if you haven't done so, place your hand on your heart. Your heart is your guide. Our heads dictate most of our day, but it's our heart that leads. It's our heart that guides and knows what we really want. Feel that beating of the heart in your hand. A reminder of your aliveness. A reminder that there is still possibility in your life. There are dreams and hopes and visions. For as fragile as that heart can be, it loves risk and adventure, exploration. Maybe like you were as a child. Imagine yourself as that child. What did that child enjoy doing? What kind of adventures? Roaming and wandering. A child holds so much of what we look for as adults. For a moment, observe what that child does. How are they feeling? They're not bogged down by thoughts. No suffering. Freedom to be themselves, to express themselves. What is that child saying to you today? Take a moment and just be with that child. Soak up that energy, that sense of vision of the world that can become so jaded as adults. What does that child want to say to you today? Allow yourself to feel it in your heart. To know that that passion that child had is still alive within you. Building and creating. Moving you to tears. Take a moment and just allow that to breathe throughout your body, to permeate every pore and vessel in your body. And express gratitude to that child. For acknowledging, for seeing, for hearing that child. Breathe it all in. And as the image begins to fade and you focus on your breathing once again, back in the space where we began, lock that voice in, lock that child in to your heart. That you are still worthy of what that child wants. Breathe it in. And as this meditation draws to a close, as always, I invite you to take a few moments once we finish to jot down some thoughts, do some journaling. Put on paper what's coming up within you during this time. What did that child have to say? Were you facing resistance? All these things are good to put on a journal so that you can continue to explore them and be aware of them throughout your day. So when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. Tune yourself back into the world. And take a few moments to jot down those thoughts. And close with an expression of gratitude.